The inspiring game of the year, Elden Ring, has earned its title not just through its challenging gameplay, but inspiring themes of perseverance and a critique of the social systems that we see within society today. The story of Elden Ring is a vehicle for the gameplay as you, a lowly tarnished, are just one of millions of insignificant individuals striving to achieve the title Elden Lord. The Tarnished are a group of undying individuals who can see a path to reach greatness. This path is known as the Path of Grace, and beyond this small ability, the millions of Tarnished that exist in the world are not significant in the slightest, as they are all just people with the ability to not die and see this light. The sole goal of the Tarnished is to defeat the current ruler and become Elden Lord, thus ruling the lands between, or the world of the game. Most characters are cryptic, and many are just enemies who are going to attempt to kill you without even speaking to you. The world makes sure that you are feeling alone, with even those small moments where you find friendly characters. You see that all they are doing is suffering alongside you. The game drives home the importance for you to understand that the world is unfair and harsh. Though the player is undying, death comes frequently and fast, with each resurrection leading to some sort of setback, whether that is a loss of XP or a loss of time. The most important character, and to be honest, my favorite character in Elden Ring, is the world itself, as it is a world that grows, changes as the player interacts with it, and genuinely just embodies the core themes of the game, which is that of perseverance and that of inequality within the world. Much like our own world, the world of Elden Ring, the lands between, is vast and open, dense with danger, but allowing the player to traverse it wherever and however they would like. It is unfair, where the weak must fight with everything they got in order to earn just a semblance of what they feel they deserve, and the strong just appears to completely outclass them in every single way. This mirrors social disparities that are prevalent in our society today, where instead of vast health bars completely overshadowing the players and strong one-shot attacks that can deal massive damage, we live with large disparities in our economic securities, causing things like a lack of health care for many. Instead of a big sweeping attack, we see social sway that those lower on the social ladder could only dream of causing. But Elden Ring, despite the feelings it evokes, is not all doom and gloom. It evokes another feeling, as big as the other one, if not bigger. Elden Ring is about perseverance, and the idea of overcoming these challenges before you allow you to acquire the power and skills you do not have. Through gaining XP, runes, skills, power, and moving up in the world as you defeat boss after boss, this parallels the idea of gaining status, power, skills, and knowledge in our own world. The player becomes more confident and is able to do more, no longer limited by the lower status they started at. Power in Elden Ring is determined two ways: by the player's skill and the number of runes the player has. The player begins as one of the weakest things in the world, but eventually all that changes. Through gaining skills, growing, learning, eventually they become strong enough to beat the game and become Elden Lord. Elden Ring is one of those games where you either love it or you hate it. It's a game that is ambiguous with its story, that drives home its themes more through the gameplay that you are playing, rather than just telling the player exactly how they should feel. It is a work of art that earned every award it achieved this year, including Game of the Year for 2022, and to suggest things that should be added or removed from the game, in my eyes, is akin to telling Van Gogh how to paint his own self portraits. I would not add or remove anything, as just like one of the million nameless, lowly tarnished within the lands between, I don't know what I could add or remove from the game that would make it better than the masterpiece it already is, than the masterpiece known as Elden Ring.